Picking up with our interview with Erik Svane, which dropped when my camera battery died. We were talking about your graphic novel about Abraham Lincoln, and you have it in front of you, or at least a proof of it over here.
This is a proof of it that I'm showing around to editors. It's by me and Dan Greenberg, who's the artist. I write. I'm the writer. He draws it. Here's Abraham Lincoln at the Ford Theater, 1865. Tragic story of American history. And we're trying to show that to people here, try to get people interested. Because the left, a lot of comic books are very and artists are very leftist oriented. Especially, you've heard about Marvel being socially.
Yes, the Marvel, get woke, go broke has been the result.
They're destroying their own industry with all their stories about poor, innocent transgenders who need to be protected by, I guess, Spider-Man or whoever. And this is and they also have histories. Like one of the most famous comic books or graphic novels is a history of Marxism that tries to explain Marxism. So I think we need to show the truth.
I think if the truth is put out, it wins.
Yeah, I hope so.
Now I'm going to ask you the 7 questions I've asked everybody else at this CPAC. I think I know what the answer to the first question is, but I'm going to ask it anyways.
Number 1.
Trump year 1, thumbs up, thumbs down, or Mets or Mets?
I think thumbs up, definitely. And I was originally against Trump. I believed everything people were saying about him being a Democrat, a plant, who was friends with the Clintons and all that. And he surprised everybody. I mean, I don't understand the never Trumpers. He comes up, puts in Judge Gorsuch. He gets rid of these terrible taxes, lowers the tax rate. And I don't understand why people are saying negative or being mixed.
Okay, Trump year 1, best thing, worst thing from the president.
The best thing was, the lowering of the taxes, I would say, yeah.
And the worst thing?
You got me. What could be the worst thing? What have other people said?
Well, what don't you like is what I want to know. Is there anything you don't like that was
like I said, he keeps surprising me. I would have said he's too arrogant or whatever. I would have said that until yesterday when he comes in front of the camera and he says, "Oh, look at my bald spot." I mean, what's the everything you're telling us is really fake news,
All right, GOP 2018, 1 vote margin in the Senate, but a very favorable map. 25 votes to defend in the House, a little less favorable. Do the GOP keep the House and Senate, and what can Trump do to help them do so?
They keep both, and their numbers will go up because Trump is started the campaign here at CPAC yesterday, as Sebastian Gorka said, and he will definitely make sure that all go beyond the fake news or the Democrat news, which is the same, and tell the American people about the successes of his first 2 years in office.
All right, now we've talked a little bit with a lot of people about, there's a lot of talk about the DACA versus the wall and a possible deal. Now, in his speech yesterday, President Trump said we might not get DACA because the Democrats won't go for it, but we're going to get the wall.
Right.
Do we need to make a deal on DACA to get the wall? And would you make such a deal if it's offered?
Can I go back to the Alamo?
Go ahead.
Okay. And in 1836, did I say 19?
Yeah, that's all right.
1836, the Mexican army invaded Texas. They stopped at the Alamo to make a siege for 7 days.
13 days.
13 days. That's right. You're good.
I know my history.
You're good. And it was unnecessary. They could have left maybe a couple of companies there, and they should have gone on and destroyed the main armies beyond that.
Very correct.
There's no reason to stop and to. There are other examples of that in history. There's no reason to stop and to take this particular fort. You could have left it, and what could they have done? They couldn't have done a sortie. They weren't strong enough.
Huh?
The same thing with DACA. You don't need a deal for this. Leave it as it is and let it be part of the 2018 campaign.
That's actually one suggestion that I have not heard yet. And where can people find both your writing on the blog and your graphic novel once it's out?
Well, on the blog No Pasarán, N-O, space P-A-S-A-R-A-N. You can find it. My latest is about mass shootings in Europe which are conveniently ignored by the mainstream media, so they can go around saying America needs to be more like Europe.
All right, Erik Svane, thank you very much for your time, and great to see you again here at CPAC.
Let me say one last thing.
I can even say two last things if you want to.
Two last things? Ooh,
whatever you want to say. Give us a big close, the big close that you want.
That's a hard one.
Well, what's the one last thing you want to say? Or did I drive it from your head?
You drove it from my head.
All right, I apologize. We will see you again.